With everyone panicking about AI taking over movie making, it's really worth asking, what would AI actually need in order to create great movies? Would people even watch them? And perhaps more importantly, is Hollywood really at risk? Or is this all just a bubble? Today I wanted to talk about AI has plateaued.
Right.
And I think that actually, because it's a large language model, that's all it does. And it does it really well. So it's kind of got, memory intelligence, let's say. But as far as logic goes, that's like a whole system that it's missing. And so in terms of movie making, it's something that I just don't see it being able to do because, it's lacking the creativity. I mean, behind the AI videos, there's always a human prompting it, coming up with creative ideas.
But we will get there,
Yeah, but for us to get there would mean us to invent a whole nother thing.
No, it's just right. Our brains have got different areas.
Yeah, exactly.
The memory,
yeah, and so they've
it would just
made
be agents, AI agents, they call them.
Yeah, exactly. But
that central AI will be referencing.
Right, but at the moment, what we've made so far is a language learning model. So we've got that little bit.
Yeah.
And that okay, but how many we'd need to create another mechanic of processing to be able to do logic.
But we will get there. What do you think at home? Has AI plateaued? Is this it? Are we living on the limit of AI's capabilities? Or do you think, like me, that's bullshit?
I think we are.
Right, basically, human brain, that is what AI is going to take over. That's what it's... anything that you can think is what AI is going to take over.
Right.
It's basically a human brain. It's basically a brain.
Yeah, but the brain has got so many different areas.
Yeah, so they just need to make some more areas.
Yeah, but I think it's more nuanced than that, and because it's already facing limitations, practical limitations with energy and resources. So it may already know all of the internet, but it's and be able to reference that data, and to be able to mimic logic, but it's not actually logic. It's what it's seen.
Yeah.
So it has to, because it's a language learning model, it has to reference. Is really good at referencing stuff that was before, but in terms of common logic and reasoning, it's useless, and that's how humans can still outsmart it.
Its reasoning is just, what do they say about that subject?
Exactly. Yeah. So to get it to actually properly reason, you'd need to think up a whole new system and a whole new way of it learning. It won't be like referencing learning data anymore. That's just because it's the way a language model works. It can only make what it has already seen, kind of thing. Yeah, it can compile similar things together, but if it hasn't got that learning data, then it can't conjure up a new idea. Because a lot of things as well in human nature happen by accident. And that's how we progress. We have a problem, an error that we've made, and then we find a solution for that error, and then it's like, oh, this thing, this is born out of it.
Yeah, but so like human evolution, it will slowly evolve, and through our own discoveries.
I don't know, because it's still a language.
A lot faster than humans. It should evolve, surely.
It's still a thing. It's still it's got its limitations in sense of. It's a language learning model. It's like a really sophisticated language learning model, and the kind of hype is that this language learning model will break the walls of its own kind of parameters.
Yeah.
Where I don't think it will, because it hasn't seen. If it hasn't seen that already,
are there any signs of it plateauing? What would be? How would we know if AI has plateaued?
I think it's definitely slowed down. Because you feed it all the information, that's it, and then it starts to. It's like it's reading its own AI slop. So
that's the fear, that if it's in a feedback loop, essentially, if it's creating so much content, like with images, for example, there's so much percentage of slop that's being created that if it was to reference that, lucky it's not, because at the moment it's sort of stuck in its reference material is sort of shut off after a certain date. when they update that to the new reference material, if there's any of that slop in there, then it's going to slowly warp the what is a man, what is a woman, what is light, how light bounces off fruits.
How do you actually eat spaghetti?
How do you eat spaghetti? We will forever be doomed with bad spaghetti videos,
So I'm very skeptical. I wonder if the whole AI thing is like a bubble kind of thing, and it's mainly just to kind of get investors on board.
Yeah.
And it's like, look what it can do now. Oh, it's going to take over the world. Oh, we better get behind it. And really,
definitely, there's so much money in the production, in answering all of our little inane questions. There's someone paying for that and making a loss.
Oh, right, yeah, the AI is making a loss. Yeah.
So there is definitely an interest.
There's definitely some kind of ulterior motive behind it.
Yeah.
But it is still a really good tool, though, for companies because, and for creativity and for loads of stuff. It's like an encyclopedia on steroids. And also like a little co-pilot that will suggest things to you. And like there's that camera that's come out. And like it's a lot of people, like photographers, saying, it's the death of photography. So basically it's connected with Nano Banana.
Yeah, that's
and
right.
so you can, on the fly within the camera, you need internet, but within the camera you can, do your quick edits, so like, take that person out of the frame or
give
whatever.
me a little necklace.
Yeah, exactly. And a lot of people are saying, it can do anything. So what's the point if you can get, even image generation, what's the point if you can get AI to just create you the image? But the AI, like I was just, talking about, hasn't got that kind of problem solving, that kind of the logic. So I don't think it can't see a situation and then see a really creative way that's unique. Like for example, it can't. You ask it to generate a full glass of wine, like a wine glass full to the brim, and because of all the reference data, it's half full. It can't make that mental leap to go, oh, okay, it would look like this.
Yeah, because all of the photos out there have never got a full glass.
Yeah, exactly.
Of wine.
Just
always,
like watches, they're always 10 past 10.
Yeah, all the photos out there of watch adverts.
Yeah, exactly. And so, in terms of the camera, as anything, if you can either complain about it or you can harness it and get better with it. So, like, the creativity still resides in the human because it's that whole thing we were talking about last week about merit, in AI. Like the whole value of something creative is in the merit. As soon as you find out that it's been done easily, there's no merit in it. So like as soon as you find out it's AI, there's no merit. But that means that you can use AI as long as the idea has got merit behind it. Then you'll accept that the AI, like for example, like movies, if the story is amazing, then you don't care.
But what if the story was also done by AI?
Yeah, actually, well, movies is different though because you just want to go along with the ride. You're not the value in the movie is in the story, not in the merit behind the story. Actually, that's a bad example.
Last week you countered my thing of that a movie wouldn't be watchable if it's made by AI, or if you could see that it wasn't humans doing it, and you said like, what about Avatar, for example? But if the story of Avatar, if I knew that the story
that was a bad example,
was written by AI as well. So if it's a fully AI movie, I wouldn't want to watch it.
Really?
Yeah.
What if the story was awesome?
The first one I would want to watch because it's a novelty. But after that, it's like it would take a whole team of people to bash together this AI thing. It's like, well,
no, even if AI was doing the whole thing, I think you still would watch it.
Would you watch it at home?
If you knew the story was like awesome story, like Matrix level first movie, it's like that awesome.
You couldn't do it.
You would because you'd be engaged in the story and you'd want to find out what happens. I think that was a bad example that I chose.
No,
the
merit if it was made by
in movies. The merit isn't to do with the behind who wrote it. It's behind the story.
No, it's lacking. It would be AI stories. It just lacks that creative spark of of like the connections that a creative brain makes when writing a story.
No, because when you're watching,
because it literally is. Apart from the fact that it literally is, because it's a machine, it is making those leaps based on what other people have already done. It's reference material.
Yeah, okay,
it's already read.
Sure. In that, so there'll be nothing kind of original.
No, exactly. There's no real spark there of creativity.
Yeah, that would be missing. However, even so, if the story was good, you would want to watch it, because I never watch a movie going, wow, whoever came up with this is amazing. You know, I'm thinking, oh, wow, this story.
No, but I'm thinking of I every time, in fact, I watch a movie.
You're thinking, oh, the guy who wrote this was clever.
Yeah, I wonder what clothes he wears to buy some myself. No, I'm thinking, I'm seeing it from the writer's point of view always, because I'm interested in
okay,
writing.
well,
so I'm always thinking, oh, how did he think of that?
Let's put your unique mind aside.
Well,
the majority of people, I think, wouldn't really care.
I think anybody who's interested in writing and reading books or writing screenplays.
Well, getting back to my point, right? I think movies are a bad example, but using AI creatively, provided there's a merit behind what you've actually done, you know, provided people can see the merit, then they'll see the value in it, and then it'll be okay. Like, for example, right, the you know, getting AI to generate a video of someone famous in a situation that's quite funny, that's actually making a political point or something that's quite personal. You know, you can see, as long as you can see the merit and the human behind it, I think it, you know, you would discard the AI. You say that's fine.
But if it's like a fully produced movie, then it's like you wouldn't.
I don't know.
Because it's like you're exploiting this for money. You know, you've had my money on, and
yeah,
I'm
but
not
now imagine that it gets massive reviews
and it's free.
Like, it's like amazing.
Maybe it's like, free, and that's the whole thing. Because
free content. You're watching a series that's
media should be free once it's out there.
I think in terms of movies and books and stuff, I don't think it's the author. I think it's the story. If the story is good, then people get behind it, regardless of what's written in it.
No, I don't
think
absolutely,
100%.
Now, getting back to this camera.
Yes.
Do you think having an AI inside the device, would that actually make the photos any better?
Okay, so
because it would
it opens up the world to people who don't know about settings and, you know, all of that. So it can sort out your settings.
But it would like the fun of taking a nice photo, getting creative.
Well, yeah, it takes away the error, doesn't it? Like, you messed it up because you got the settings wrong, but actually it's
only
giving
that
an effect or something.
But it's like I enjoy taking a nice little snap of getting creative. Right, you stand on there. And but this is like, well, it makes every photo look good.
Yeah,
so what's the point?
You wonder about, so no longer like candid photos and spontaneous happenings. Like, I don't know, you take a picture of a guy who's just stepped off a bus or something, and you've captured that moment, and it's a real moment. But then anyone who sees it's if you knew that it was a moment in time. It's about the
merit again. Yeah. But it also,
if you edit it with AI, then I think it does.
We'd get used to this AI look that everything's having, thinking it's real, and slowly the AI look, it's all got a look. We all know the look. Here's some examples of like the AI lighting and all of that.
Yeah, you can kind of tell like AI rocks.
Well, that will become part of what we think is real, because we see it in all the real photos that we're taking.
I don't know, because that
it's the slop getting in again.
I don't know, because some of the stuff it does do real, like surveillance cam footage. You know, that's they can do and phone camera footage. It can mimic because it's got all the reference data.
Yeah.
So, but what you're seeing is like pro photography.
But
AI.
if it is doing that, mimicking that, it's adding its little thing on it all the time. So it's not quite real. It's like it's a slightly off reality the whole time, because it's making it up, just using a few reference materials rather than what's out there. So it's slightly getting worse. If it's going to feed off itself after its next reference material that they're going to stick in, they better choose it really wisely, because it's got to be only human stuff. Well, and out there it's just...
So going back to the original point of the argument, it's still a language model. So yeah, it'll be really good at doing that language thing, but expecting it to kind of evolve out of that and learn logic, I don't see it coming. I think it requires a human to crack how to compute human logic, and then you can add that to the other stuff.
Yeah, but I'm sure that in OpenAI or anywhere like this, they've already reached this, because people have been harking about what the future's going to bring with AI, like for tens of 20 years.
Yeah, but a lot of it's like hype, I think.
Well, no, a lot of it is like speculation and science fiction. But we are now living the era of where it's becoming a reality, and it's hard to know where it's going to evolve to. Where do you think it's going?
Yeah, let us know in the comments below. I think that wraps up today's little discussion.
Would an AI plateau make the world safer or riskier?
Well, safer.
Or riskier? You let us know in the comments. See you next time.